And by the time you notice, it's already too late.
You ever get the feeling you're being watched and then realized you might be right?
Yeah, that kind of story.
I'm Pixie, and this isn't a romance that unfolds, tightens.
Slowly, deliberately.
This is Heat Between the Sheets, where connection feels less like coincidence and more like something that was decided long before you knew it.
There are letters, there are patterns, and there's a silence that feels louder than it should.
Because sometimes the most terrifying part of falling in love is realizing someone already knew you would.
And they have been waiting.
Before we open letters that should have stayed sealed and step into something deeply off.
Yeah, we need to say this carefully.
This show is for entertainment purposes only. It's strictly 18 and older, and yes, there will be spoilers in this episode.
We'll be talking obsession, manipulation, psychological twists, and behavior that's absolutely not healthy.
This one is dark, quietly dark. Content warnings were covered right up in the front of this episode, and you can always find the full list at hbtspodcast.com.
If you can't handle the heat, don't meet the qualifications, or don't want spoilers, this is your one and only chance to step out before things take a turn. Still curious?
Interesting. You've been warned. Some stories don't knock before they get inside your head.
Welcome to the Chaos Readers Club. Membership requires a subscription, a follow, and sharing this episode with someone who also likes their love stories slightly disturbing.
I love it. I love it. Slightly disturbing.
Yeah.
Not completely, just slightly. Just slightly. And that brings us to...
Did you know? Woo woo!
Woo woo! Did you know that in folklore, the most common reason a spirit lingers isn't revenge? It's unfinished business. Ghost lore across cultures suggests many spirits don't even realize they're dead. They're just keep going. Haunting the hallway, standing in doorways, waiting. Which is mildly unsettling.
A little bit.
Because imagine passing away and still thinking you just forgot to answer a letter. The afterlife said, "You're done." And you said, "No, I'm committed."
Because you should be committed.
And speaking of commitment, statistically, the person most likely to kill a woman is her intimate partner. In the U.S., roughly 1 in 3 female homicide victims are killed by a current or former partner. Romantic. Adorable.
Single.
Truly. What wedding vows were meant to evolve into. So, when stories center betrayal inside the home, that's not dramatic fiction. That's math. The house isn't haunted because it's old. It's haunted because trust died first. Now let's talk attachment.
Oh, let's do it.
Psychologists recognize something called traumatic bonding. We talk about this a lot.
We do.
Where intense emotional ties form through instability, fear, or loss. These bonds can feel obsessive, consuming, and nearly impossible to sever.
Sounds great.
Your brain gets wired for the person, not necessarily the safety of the situation, which means sometimes what feels like devotion is actually your nervous system refusing to power down. And haunted houses? Studies on memory and trauma show that environment can become psychological anchors. When something traumatic happens in a space, the brain encodes the location with emotional intensity. That's why certain rooms feel heavy, why certain smells trigger panic, why you walk into a space and immediately think, nope.
Bye-bye. I'm out.
It's not always ghosts. Sometimes it's unresolved grief with excellent real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone keeps waiting past logic, past betrayal, past death, that's not just romance. That's unfinished business with a pulse. Or without one.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe not a pulse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes love doesn't end. Sometimes it just refuses to accept the ending. Dun, dun, dun.
Right? Well said.
Thanks. So with that, did you know? Please tell us about today's book.
I sure will, because this was a good one. Pen Pal by J.T. Geissinger. It starts with a letter. The day her husband is buried, she receives a single sentence from the state penitentiary. I will wait forever if I have to. That's it. It's signed by Dante, a man she's never met. At first, she assumes it's a mistake, wrong address, stranger with the wrong woman in mind. But then she writes back out of curiosity. Dante insists there is no mistake. He's been waiting for her, and he knows exactly who she is. What begins as cautious, almost morbid curiosity turns into an increasingly intimate exchange of letters. Weeks after week, their connection deepens. The mystery grows heavier. The tone shifts from strange to personal to unsettling. Then the letters stop. And by the time she discovers why, Dante is no longer behind bars. He's standing at her door.
Dun, dun, dun.
Pen Pal is dark, high-intensity romance layered with grief, obsession, psychological tension, and a twist that reshapes everything you thought you understood. It is haunting, emotional, and impossible to look away from. Proof that some love stories begin with a whisper and then end with a shock.
Yes, ma'am. Let's talk about them characters, shall we?
Let's do it.
So, starting with our FMC, Kayla Reese, grieving widow with more backbone than she realizes, intelligent, wounded, and quietly unraveling. She's trying to rebuild her life while the past refuses to stay buried. Dante Alighieri, also known as Aidan Leewright. Intense, watchful, and emotionally all in from the start, whether behind prison bars, the apartment down the street, or on the rooftop with a hammer in hand. He loves with unsettling certainty and zero hesitation. Michael Reese, Kayla's estranged husband and textbook narcissist, charming in public, corrosive in private, and convinced the world exists to orbit him. Fiona, loyal housekeeper turned quiet guardian figure, practical, grounded, and far more observant than anyone gives her credit for. Claire, Fiona's sister, looks so much like Fiona they could be twins, definitely intuitive, a psychic medium with calm, unsettling energy who sees more than she says, and says just enough to make your skin prickle. Jake, Aidan's fiercely protective best friend, loyal to the bone, suspicious of everyone, and always ready to step in if someone threatens the people he cares about. Eddie, Kayla's free-spirited hippie handyman who floats in and out of her life with an easy smile and mysterious timing. Dead? Alive? Vibes questionable.
Mm-hmm.
The Wainwright family, the new owners of Kayla's former Victorian home, polished, affluent, and unknowingly entangled in a past that doesn't stay quiet just because the deed changed hands. Did I cover everyone?
Yeah.
I did. Okay.
So question before we start. Did you have this one figured out before the ending?
The first time I read it, no.
No.
Because
Yeah.
this is a reread.
Yeah, same.
The first time I read this book, loved it.
Yeah.
Loved the book.
Yep.
Not so much the second time.
Well, because I think, well, the whole surprise is kind of part of why people love the book. And when you know it.
And that wasn't why.
Okay.
But, and it was also timing, because when we read this was several years ago when we read this.
Yeah.
So obviously, I've grown and changed in my thoughts and stuff. And it's not because I'm darker, it's just...
Sure it is.
It's not. But let me just start. Don't even start with what happened in the book. Let me just cover some basics first. So the setting takes place in Seattle, Washington area on an island, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So the time frame is New Year's Eve and forward. I think I don't even know how to discuss this book.
I know, because I almost kind of hate discussing this book. Because I feel like everyone
going to spoil this book.
Yeah, and everyone should experience it without this spoiler. But
unfortunately, we have to spoil the book to have this discussion.
Yeah.
If you haven't read this book and you're interested in this psychological thriller, don't watch the episode until you've read the book.
Yeah, and then come and tell us what you think. But again, stop now. Stop.
But before we continue, I loved it the first time I read it. The second time I read it, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. And it's not because I knew kind of like that movie, The Sixth Sense, right? Mm-hmm. With Bruce Willis, right? Like when you watch it the first time at the end and it's like, oh, I see dead people. And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then you can't ever watch it again and be like, oh, well, we already know this is boring, right? It's not the same. I'm not thinking on those terms of why I didn't care for it as much the second time. Totally different reasons. But did you like it both times?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, obviously more the first time. But this time, I think I just liked so much more Aiden and Kayla's kind of banter. I don't know. Like, I don't think I appreciated that as much the first time because I think I was concentrating on, like, what the hell's happening?
What is happening? Yeah.
And this time I just got to I knew it was happening, so I just got to kind of appreciate them and how...
That is absolutely something the first time you read this book that you will experience is, whoa, what is happening?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. It's well written.
Yeah.
I will give the author that it is well written.
Because you're going to think one thing. I mean, I think we all kind of thought the one thing, like, oh, her husband's haunting her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because it does open up with her attending her husband's funeral.
Yeah.
Watches him be buried. She throws dirt on the grave.
Yep.
These are all motions she does. She's crying. She's pissed. She has a lot of anger. She's wearing a wedding ring. She goes back to her house. She experiences hauntings in her home. Lights that flicker. The doorbell that constantly rings and nobody is there. The kitchen cabinets are always, all of a sudden, always open sporadically.
Yeah.
Weird things like that are always happening to her. So obviously when those types of things happen in real life, what happens? It's a haunting.
Yeah.
Well, considering her husband just tragically died on New Year's Eve.
We're like, oh, it's him.
That's what you piece together.
Yeah.
Right? Clearly on how we're speaking, that's not the case.
Not it.
And then she gets these letters that just randomly are appearing on her kitchen counter and kitchen table addressed to her with the state penitentiary return address from this Dante character whom she's never met before. And for some reason, she decides to write back, like, I think you have the wrong person. And when the letters return, they don't come in the mailbox. They just appear on her table or her kitchen counter like someone set them there, you know? And none of those things are explained at first.
No.
So you think,
and you don't know how this ties in.
You don't. Yeah, you absolutely don't. And you're just you're constantly thinking, the hell? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. And he responds back basically saying, oh yeah, I do know who you are, basically, in essence. And you're like, whoa, who are you? Where do you come from? Like, where do you tie into this story?
Yeah.
Okay. And these letters aren't like constant. It's kind of like there's probably maybe 4 or 5 letters throughout the entire book. And one of them is like a saying, like from like a poetry type thing, right? And then there's instances where she sees like a 5-year-old kid, little boy running around her yard in the leaves. And she's like, what the hell? Why are the neighbors letting these? Who is this kid?
The weird guy in the hat, the creepy guy. Like, you're starting to think, oh yeah, she's straight being haunted by evil shit. Yeah.
Something weird's happening here. What is going on? But then, so she hires this, she needs her roof replaced, but she's calling people and no one's calling her back. Her housekeeper comes to see her and is shocked when she's like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah, and she's like, I know I look bad, but geez, Jesus. Like, take it easy on a girl, you know?
But then has a conversation with her. And then she calls all these roofing people because there's a leak in the roof. It's raining, Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Dante shows up at her door, correct?
Yeah. No, this is Aiden.
Aiden, sorry.
Aiden, yeah.
I forget all who the hell.
Yeah.
Who's who? Aiden shows up at her house. And he's very stoic.
Yeah.
And
grumpy.
Abrupt and grumpy.
Yep. And she's like, oh, I hate him.
Yeah. I'm here to... Oh, and before that, though, she gets a hold of Eddie.
Eddie, who comes
the hippie.
Yeah.
And he's literally like a 70s fucking stoner dude.
Yeah.
And he's there because the dryer doesn't work right. Yeah. There's like this weird smell. These weird things, right? So he's checking things out and he's like, nope, everything's cool. Like, everything's cool. And she's just like...
I'm losing it. He's like, oh, you need to see a shrink. I got one for you. Yeah.
And she's just like, okay, Eddie, thanks. And she just like shoves his card in the drawer in the kitchen, right? And anyway, so Aiden shows up. He goes to look at her roof and tells her it's going to be $10,000. I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
And she's like, I ain't got $10,000. I ain't got $10,000. She's like, well, you got this beautiful home. You got $10,000. Like, I don't have $10,000. I will give you $5,000. And he's like, no, whatever they are, back and forth.
They banter. Yeah.
They banter back and forth. And then she's like, whatever. And made a comment about the electric smell or whatever. And he's like, well, did anyone look at it? And she's like, yeah, this guy looked at it. He said there was nothing wrong. He goes, I'll look at it. So he kind of just takes it upon himself to, look at things for her, She's like, whatever. And they do this adorable back and forth banter, I guess.
Yeah.
But she kind of is like turned off by his attitude, his grumpy attitude.
Yeah.
And then he leaves. And I think he put tarp down on the spot in the roof for her, or he comes back the next day and does it.
He comes later because then you kind of figure out what's happening. Like, she sees him at a bar because she's like, I'm not hiring this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So she goes down the street to this bar.
And I actually this was a different day. Like, I like how abrupt and upfront he is with her at this bar.
I do too.
He's just like, he's kind of talking to her and he's like, listen, I want to fuck you. And she's like, what? Yeah. And he's like, are you attracted to me? Because I'm attracted to you. And yeah, I want to, this is what's happening. I want you. If you want me, let's do this. Like, I kind of appreciate that, as weird as that sounds.
Yeah. He was not messing around.
No. He's just like, let's do this. Yeah.
Like, we grown-ass adults.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you lost your husband, but let's move on.
And then, of course, she's like, Yeah, but he doesn't know that she lost her husband because she's still wearing the ring.
That's
He hasn't told her.
That's right.
Or she hasn't told him.
That's right.
And she
Not
really
yet.
doesn't. But yeah, so then of course she's like, yeah, no. But then she ends up going to his house because she's freaked out about her house. She thinks it's haunted. Yeah.
That's
and
right.
that's how their whole thing starts.
Because she hears steps or something in the hallway. And so she's hiding in her bedroom. And then she bolts out of the bedroom and runs out of the house and literally drives straight to his house, which is the apartment above the bar.
With like, of course it's raining because it's, fucking Seattle. And like she's soaking wet, doesn't have hardly anything on, no shoes, like, yeah.
And he's like, and this is where you decided to show up?
Yeah. Yep.
I'll take it.
Yep.
And I'm like, hot.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
hot.
like the way he talks to her. I like the way when they start getting physical, how that, like, I like it.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Like those parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those were great. So they have their little sexual moment or whatever, and I think she feels guilty. She lives in this realm of guilt, even though her husband's dead. And
it's not like he's been dead for long at this point.
No,
Let's be
he
honest.
hasn't. But there's something about the death. I mean, we don't know anything about how he died.
Yeah.
We just know he died.
In the dark.
We just know he died New Year's Eve. But there's something about her grief that stands out to you that you're like, she's angry at him. There's a sense of anger against him.
And you're thinking, oh, she's angry, like, how dare you die on me? But it doesn't say much, but
it doesn't say much, but you know there's an anger. There's an anger there, and you just can't place it.
Yeah.
Because she's never like sad. If that makes sense. It's not like a sadness. It's like it's literally just an anger that's there. Like you can sense the anger.
I can sense the sadness too, though. I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
But it's not the same kind of sadness like I'm so sad that you're gone. It's a sadness of, oh my God, I'm alone. I don't know. It's something unique about her grief.
Okay.
And it's hard to explain, but there's a lot of anger. And she's frustrated. She's so goddamn frustrated. Because she's trying to call people. No one calls about, like everything she's just
falling apart in her house, and now she's finding out she have a ghost. Jesus.
Yeah, and I'm a fucking woman, and no one wants to deal with me, and da 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 da. And he took care of everything, and now I have to do it, and no one will deal with me. And shit like that. And then so she finally starts slowly seeing Aiden, right? He starts coming to her house to work on the roof. Because now they have a sexual relationship.
Yeah.
And
which she won't allow in her house.
She won't allow it in her house.
She's not ready for that.
Which I respect. I respect that. That was her house with her spouse.
Yeah.
I get that. And he's fixing all these things and stuff, but he won't take any money from her.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get her out of her shell.
Yeah, she's very closed off. Yeah.
She's very closed off. She doesn't want to talk about her husband. I think at this point she has divulged that he passed.
Nope.
She hasn't yet?
Nope.
So he has indicated they're not together.
Yeah, they're not together. Yeah. That's why she keeps up the pretense the whole time. She never tells him.
We're not together. So he keeps indicating, well, are you getting back together with your husband? Are you getting back together with your husband? You keep wearing your wedding ring. Yeah. You won't take it off. Are you getting back together? That's kind of like the whole, he's pushing that issue with that wedding ring. Why is it on? Oh, that's the other thing that keeps popping up is that fucking coin that belonged to her husband. Her husband kept a coin.
A buffalo nickel, yeah.
A buffalo nickel his grandfather gave him that was supposed to be his lucky nickel. and he kept it on him all the time. And that keeps showing up everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere she's at. She found it outside by the tree out front where that weird man was hiding. Mm-hmm. She found it in the office. Like, everywhere she's at, this weird fucking nickel keeps popping up.
Yeah.
And it's a rare, rare coin. So she knows, and it showed up on her dashboard.
Yep.
When she was parked outside of Aiden's house.
Yeah.
It was freaking her the fuck out.
Yeah. Like some of this stuff is freaky. Yeah. You're like, I don't think I'd be okay with this.
That's why you're like, holy shit, her husband's haunting her.
Yeah.
Totally pushing you into that husband's haunting you.
Into that thinking, yeah.
So there was that. And then, what was the other thing? And then when she saw the kid outside, when she goes to investigate, there's no one there.
Yeah, gone.
There's fucking no one there.
Gone.
And like I said, she hears steps and stuff in the hallway. No one's there. And then, so Aiden hooks her up with his friend to get the security system.
Uh-huh.
So she gets a whole security system put in her house. Cameras and all.
Of course, those fuckers don't work very well.
And anytime there's that kid outside or the doorbell rings, oddly enough,
cameras
go fuzzy. So weird.
Yeah, huh.
Suspicious much? It's weird. It's bizarre. So, so there's scenes then where she's quasi basically dating Aiden, right?
Yeah.
And she's in town and she sees him having lunch with, him outside of a restaurant with this beautiful woman. This woman's arms are around her, whatever. And she's like, oh my gosh, she loses her shit.
Yeah.
And he sees her and comes running over and she was like, oh, fuck it. Like, we're done. Like, whatever. He's like, oh, no, this is Jake's wife.
Yeah.
We're all like best friends. And then she felt like an ass.
Yep. Well,
like,
she was. Yeah.
She kind of totally was. Like, how can you be?
But I get it.
I do. But at the same time, you're still wearing a wedding ring and won't even divulge the story to your somewhat man you're banging. Like, be fair.
And Jake will point that out to her, too. Jake doesn't hold any...
Yeah, he's straight up.
He's like, what is happening here? Like, you won't take that off. I'm worried for my friend. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, anyway, so she sits down and has lunch with Aiden, his best friend Jake, and Jake's wife. And they all have this lunch. These things are going on. All this, you're all over the board. And then is it Fiona, the housekeeper?
Yes. Yeah.
Suggested that suggested her sister come, who's a medium, to
do a seance.
In the house because
let's see what's going on in this house.
Yeah, she's like, you're saying, Kayla, that your house is haunted. Let's get it dealt with.
And Kayla's most of this time being like, I don't even believe in ghosts. Something's happening, but I don't know that I believe this crap.
Yeah, she's totally anti, and is no, I'm not doing a seance in my house. And then at the very last second, like, fine, because they're like, we need to do this at the specific time with the specific moon and blah blah blah. So they get
the seance
moon.
Seance, whatever that is.
The seance moon scheduled with the sister, who's like, I'm super busy. I had to like push out some other appointments I had tonight. She's like, I didn't realize you were like so popular. She's like, oh yeah, this is like a really popular thing.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. We can cancel this. She's like, no, this is like super important that we do this today.
Yeah. Has to be done today.
It has to be done today. We're doing this now. Like, she was like very adamant that she take care of Kayla and Kayla's house. Like, and you're thinking, oh, that's so sweet. She's doing this because it's for her sister.
Yeah.
Like, all right. I get it. All right. No. That was nice.
Yeah. And then the shit goes crazy during the seance.
Yeah. So then the sister, is it Cecilia? Claire.
So
like, okay, we need to do it in this room, which is Michael's office. And she's like,
Yeah, because she hasn't, I think, only gone in there like one time.
Yeah, she was like anti being in Michael's office, which is another red flag. Why are you so anti going in his office? But okay.
It's really not if you've lost a spouse.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god! She's totally not. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I almost choked on my candy.
I'm just kidding.
Girl, I can't with you.
I know, I'm just fucked up. But you'd think he'd want, considering the spouse was the one that took care of everything, probably all the important documents and stuff are in there. Why wouldn't you? I don't know.
It takes some time for some people.
I don't know. So anyway, so they go in there and she's like, we have to move this table. And like, Kayla's just like, oh my gosh. First of all, she doesn't believe in any of this stuff anyway. So she's annoyed with the whole thing as it is. So they get in there. She's like, you can't have
the wedding ring on.
You can't have the wedding ring on. You can't have your, you can't have no jewelry on. You can't have your phone on. Like none of this stuff, right? So she deals with all that. And then she starts, they all have to, I think they have holding hands or something. And the lights,
they're doing a legit seance.
The lights are off and a candle is lit. And then they just start asking questions. And you have to do like 1 tap for yes and 2 taps for no type of a thing. And she starts asking things like, you know, do you know the person that's here? Just things like that. And it literally, after all these questions are going through and you're just like, whoa. Obviously, the answers to these questions indicate that the spirit there is a spirit in the house. And the spirit does know Kayla personally. And isn't there to do harm, but wants something or needs to complete something.
And Fiona tells Kayla early in the book, like, when she's saying this, when Fiona's telling her this house is haunted, and Kayla's like, I don't think so. She goes, well, let me just tell you, like, if you find out it is and you find a ghost, you don't tell them that they're dead. That's going to actually cause more harm. You do not tell them that they're dead.
Yeah, so the spirit they're talking to may not even realize that they're dead.
Yeah.
So they can't, like, say that to them.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so then all of a sudden, I think the wedding picture of them falls off the wall or something like that, and it freaks her out, and she's like, fuck this, I'm out. Like, we're done. We're done. We are done. So at that point, I'm pretty sure she's convinced Michael's haunting her.
Yeah, because then she goes out and sits at the table, and the fucking ring that was in the desk upstairs falls to the goddamn ceiling and lands on the table, and she's like, okay. What the fuck is like?
Yeah, like we're done. We're done here. We are done here.
It's got to be Michael. It's got to be my husband.
It has to be Michael. So that was the only time she did the seance. They said we can come back and do it again at the next seance moon or whatever. And she was like,
no.
Fuck to the no.
Nope. Done.
We are done. 100% done. And then the story continues. And from there, shit just continued to get weird.
Well, that's kind of at the tail end of the seance is when everything comes out.
Yeah.
So then you're gonna figure out what exactly is going on, and then you're gonna kind of in the next chapters go backwards and learn some stuff, and then go forwards and learn some stuff. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm going to divulge.
Divulge it.
I'm divulging spoilers.
Do it.
So yes,
say it.
Yeah. So this is how the whole thing goes. So for Kayla, when reading, so many events don't make sense as you're going because you're like, what the fuck is happening? Nothing is making sense. Then when you discover, because you do discover, that she was killed alongside Aiden, also known as Dante, by Michael, her husband, on a boat on New Year's Eve, you start to look back at all the events that occurred and wonder how she and Aiden were able to interact with the living sometimes and sometimes not. Because if you remember the chapters where they had lunch and stuff with Jake,
Yeah.
and when she's talking to Fiona, you're like, you're dead.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? I don't understand. Right?
And the little boy she kept seeing is the Wainwright's kid.
Right.
He can see her. Yeah.
Yeah. So the author had to literally spell it out that the dead get their timelines confused. So Kayla was mixing up real events from the past with current events happening to her now when she didn't know she died. She thought her husband drowned her and she was attending his funeral at the beginning and didn't realize it was her own until she slowly pieced things together.
Yeah.
So, okay. That's, I think, what was frustrating is that the author literally had to spell that out. The timeline thing.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. I don't think I like it if an author has to actually verbally spell it out for you. It should actually naturally explain itself to you. So if I don't know how to say this. I don't know. I think it really, I don't know. There was something about it.
You think that it should, the book itself should just, you should be understand what's happening once the plot kind of lays out, rather than the author saying, oh, and for this thing that happened, here's why. And for this thing that happened, here's why.
Yeah.
You'd rather be like, oh, it all ties together because now you understand. But the author, there was some stuff that you probably wouldn't even understand until the author literally pointed it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
I think that was, overall, it's not like I hated the book by any means, even the second time around, but that bothered me, I think.
Yeah. I get it.
I think
it didn't bother me.
That was the only thing that really bothered me. The writing was good. The story, the idea, I think it was very original. Yeah. It was great. This is not her only book. She's written some other things out there I've come across.
Have you read them?
I have not. But I'm curious and I don't even know if they're in the same genre as this particular book. But this one is very popular amongst book clubs, and it's all over social media.
It's a good one.
It's a very highly recommended book amongst people. It's a great first time read, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I would continue to reread this book.
I think for me, because it had been long enough, and I remembered the book, but there's just some things that you're just gonna. I enjoyed rereading, even though I knew what was happening at the end, just to see it play out, actually knowing what was going to happen at the end. Yeah. I enjoyed it because it was long enough that I'd forgotten a lot of things, and
I mean, the second time, at least, because I knew what was happening, I was able to focus more on the story.
Yeah.
And that's why I was able to find the hole and be like, that's what frustrates me. You know, I didn't have to do the whole worry about what is happening. Well, I already know what's happening, but I didn't understand. That's where I didn't understand was the whole, how are you interacting with current life? You're already dead. And then she had to really pinpoint out. That's what frustrated me. That was the only thing though. But otherwise the writing was good. The idea was good. All of that was good. Really hated her husband. He was a douche.
Oh God. You don't even realize it until the end.
Yeah.
Like how much, because when she talks about him, after the funeral, you kind of maybe get a little bit of a glimpse into their life. Maybe it just seemed kind of dull and boring and monotonous. she's like, oh, I'm meeting this Aiden and he's nothing like Michael. Michael would never do this. Like, we have sex with the lights off and we do like 2 positions, and Aiden's chasing me around the house and shit. So
Right.
calling me bunny.
Yeah. Their
Yeah.
sex between Aiden and Kayla was hot.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
It was hot. And the cool thing also about this book, it was not a sex-filled book either, which
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
There was sexual tension, which is my favorite. And he was very direct, very straightforward. And he was also building his own home from ground up, from foundation up on the other side of the island. And he did take her to see that.
Yeah.
And they had a picnic, and then he chased her through the
Yeah.
woods and fucked her in the
Yeah.
woods. Like,
The normal date.
usual. Yeah.
Again, why I'm single.
Because you can't find anyone to chase you through the woods and,
no.
and bang you against
There's
a
no
tree.
fucking woods around here, but sure. Yeah.
There's, chickens and stuff.
Yeah, they would probably be chasing me through the woods trying
Yeah.
to peck me and not fuck me.
So I mean, there was, a lot of that good relationship stuff going on. But there was a lot of fun mystery pieces throughout the story. The fun supernatural aspect of it I enjoyed.
Yeah.
But I hated having to be told and explained at the end. I like to be able to figure it out. And when you can't, because it's not written well enough to allow you to figure it out, that frustrates me. Because I'm not a stupid person.
No, I had zero problem with it. Because I probably would have went back and thought, well, how is she having lunch with people? How are they seeing
Dead
now
people.
2 dead people and they didn't say anything?
Is
Like,
this town just all see dead people?
yeah,
or?
like what? So I thought for them just to write that out, perfect. Okay.
Well, yeah, but I don't feel like they should have to. I feel like that should somehow naturally unfold somehow. I don't know how, because I'm not a writer.
Let me know when you figure it out.
Maybe Claire could have explained that.
Maybe that would have made it better for you, but I was okay with it.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not worth putting that much effort into the thought right now.
Got it. Got it. Understood.
Oh, God. So, this is a HEA question from the book. Do you think Pen Pal has a happily ever after?
I mean, yes and no. Like,
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because our FMC and our MMC are dead. They were murdered.
so they get to be together in the afterlife, but
But really, do they?
yeah, you technically don't know. You get to see what it's like for a minute in their afterlife.
And so
But is that way it's
basically,
going to be?
Yeah,
Like,
you kind of wonder once they both figure out the truth, what happens then?
yeah, because they're supposed to move on.
Yeah, so are they going to stay in purgatory here? Are they going to move somewhere? Do they get reincarnated? Like, what happens? What happens?
Yeah.
Once they realize that their unfinished business is finished.
I mean, obviously, I would, if I had to lean one way, I'd say no. Because you had, you find out later she had separated from her husband. She starts dating Aiden or Dante, whatever he is at that point. And, they have something good going, and the husband, being the narcissist he is, gets jealous and is like, I'm killing them both. Like,
yeah.
so that's not really a happy ending.
Yeah.
Yay, they maybe get to stay together in the afterlife, but no. She finally got up the nerve to leave this abusive piece of shit. We find out that later too, and then he fucking kills them both. So
Even though he was banging his co-professor at the college. Like, what a dick.
He's a complete narcissist.
You can't...
And you'll go through an interview with him and you'll figure that out real freaking fast if you didn't already just by what she was saying. But dear God, like, he's extreme.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Do you think the ending felt romantic to you or devastating?
A little bit of both again. Yeah, these are hard questions. It's just going to be, I think maybe the first time I read it, it was a little bit more devastating. And the second time I was just like, okay, this is At least now they're gonna go haunt her ex-husband together. Oh.
Oh yeah, because he's the one that was in
prison. Yeah, and they literally go and they're gonna start fucking with him. Yeah,
that's right.
So all for that little petty revenge right there.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
I mean, if I'm a ghost and something that happens to me, that's what I'm doing to you too. Like, I'm coming after you. I'm gonna fuck with your life. So
yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. So from the book, you're in the early theories. What were your theories about what was happening in the house at the beginning?
Well, I think at first everyone thinks Michael's haunting her, but then weird things like start happening. Then the old guy with the hat shows up, and you're like, okay,
yeah, that one threw me.
Yeah,
so
then I'm wondering, okay, is it like, does this house hold a lot of secrets? Because then the little boy shows up, and you're like,
who the hell is that? Right?
Yeah,
right.
Is that like? And then they talk about her miscarriage. I was like, is that her kid? Like, well,
yeah.
Like, there's just so many things that don't make any sense. And you're just like...
And then it turns out that the Wainwrights, which is a married couple with the 5-year-old kid, bought the home not long after they died and the husband was carted off. So January, basically, literally weeks after. And they kept Fiona, their housekeeper, on as their own, which is why she was still in the house.
Yeah.
And Fiona, being a sensitive, was able to see dead Kayla.
Yeah.
And communicate with her. And Eddie...
was dead.
He was dead. He died in the 70s.
Yeah.
But his card was in the drawer, so when she was communicating with him, he was dead talking to the dead.
Yeah.
Because the dead can see the dead.
Yeah.
But the weird thing, I have to say, was when Kayla, Claire, and Fiona were together, and she told her to call Eddie.
Yeah.
How did Kayla call? Because Kayla actually took a phone.
Yeah.
As a dead person.
Yeah, apparently she's able to do all this stuff. Like open cabinets and like you're able to touch.
Opening the cabinets I get because that was an energy, they explained. That's energy. So the lights flickering, the doorbell ringing, and the opening of the cabinets, when she has angry bursts, those things happen. I get that. That's a normal, that happens in real life with the poltergeist stuff. But her making a phone call, and talking to his grandson, John, I remember, because she asked to talk to Eddie, and he's like, is this a joke? She's like, no, I would like to speak to Eddie because he died in 1977 or whatever it was. And she was like...
Well, and then they had her call the detective.
And then and then she called the detective.
So she's calling the popo, and they find out he's dead too. And then they're having her do these so she can figure this out. Like, oh...
Yeah, so
I'm dead.
So she's talking. So she spoke to a dead detective. Then she spoke to a human who told her that Eddie was dead.
Yeah.
So that's where I got lost, because that was not explained. How? Now, if they had actually said that they dialed the phone, and then there was no, like, they couldn't hear her when she was trying to talk to John, and the hello, is anyone there? Hello, and the line disconnected, and then Fiona or Claire called back and said, can we speak to Eddie? And he said that. Should have been like, what the hell? Why didn't they hear me? Okay, let's call the detective. And they dialed for her. Like, those things would have made more sense.
Yeah.
But they indicate that she picked up the phone, she dialed, she spoke. But she actually called the police department and spoke to a live officer who said, no, that officer died.
Yeah, like 6 months
ago. So she's speaking to here.
Yeah.
Like, so I think that also bothered me, because that doesn't connect with the story.
Okay.
That doesn't, but whatever. It doesn't make it bad. It just doesn't connect.
That's just your one thing that you're like,
Yeah, things that make you go, Yeah. What do you think the wedding ring and the buffalo coin symbolize during when they kept reappearing for her?
They were supposed to be clues, I think. Well, the buffalo coin, you find out when Michael was drowning her, fell into the water. She saw it. So that's supposed to be a clue that she keeps finding it. Because that's probably one of the last things she saw before she died. And the whole wedding ring, just the fact that, yeah, this is who you were married to, and we're letting you know this is what your marriage ended in.
Yeah, I think it absolutely, that wedding ring is a symbol of commitment and entrapment.
Yeah,
for her. And yeah, the coin is definitely a reminder of
what happened.
What happened. Yeah, for sure. At what point did you realize what was really happening to Kayla?
Not till the seance. Yeah, not until Claire and Fiona were like, and Kayla started piecing it together, and then you're like,
you're piecing it together with her, right? Yeah, exactly.
What?
How did that affect you?
I was like, no, really? Like, this fucker is still alive, and her and Aiden are dead? Come on!
You're like, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay, so remember that Aiden loved the Divine Comedy?
Yeah.
The book, right? So what connections can be drawn between the Divine Comedy and this story, do you think?
I mean, that everything is kind of tragic.
Yeah. It's a journey through layers of reality.
Just tragic.
Yeah. Hell is emotional,
and
not physical.
they might call it the Divine Comedy, but it's a tragedy.
Yeah. Descent before ascent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do you know for sure that you are alive at this moment?
Because I'm not lucky enough not to be. Because I gotta fucking pay taxes in a few weeks. So death or taxes, right? So if I'm paying the taxes, then I'm still alive.
Memory is unreliable.
Oh no, I'll probably like be alive and it'll be drawn out forever. Because like at one point when my daughter was born, my great grandma was alive. So there's 6 generations at one time. So she was a baby and she was 100. I'm gonna live forever and just probably be miserable with it.
Oh Lord! But you're a vampire lover that wants to live forever.
I do want to live forever, but I want to do it as a vampire, so then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. You're insane. I love vampires, but I don't want to live forever.
Oh, I totally.
This world sucks. Okay, did this book make you question anything existentially, or just your reading comprehension?
No, I didn't really question anything. I was just like, oh, dang. And it really did make me think of the Bruce Willis movie, I See Dead People. Yeah,
Sixth Sense.
I was like, that fucking got me too. Like, seriously, I should have figured this shit out.
So I compared this a little bit to both that movie and the book Shutter Island.
Oh, yeah.
Did you read Shutter Island?
I watched the movie. I didn't read it.
I read the book Shutter Island before I watched the movie. And mind you, when I read Shutter Island, my daughter was 5. So so she's 21 now, just like me.
Funny how that works.
I know, weird, right? So you can see how long ago I read Shutter Island, which was obviously ancient years ago. So before my time now. So I've been reading a long time. So when I read that, I wasn't as experienced in my reading. And I did not figure that book out. So by the end, I was like, holy shit!
Yep.
Right? Where producer Daddy was, at the time, he was a heavy reader and he figured it out by like chapter 3. And I was like, you're a fucking dick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that sucks. And then, of course, I went to go see the movie after. But the book was phenomenal. I thought it was a great book. But that's how I compared that and the whole like mystery of like, holy shit, like he's on this whole thing and they had to do what they did to help him figure out like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it can't just tell you because you're not going to remember. So same kind of concept, but this one was way more Looney Tunes. I
Yeah.
think.
So the next movie is going to be Pen Pal, is what you're saying.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. So or do you believe in ghosts? Or have you ever had any supernatural experiences?
I've had a couple, just very minor things. So yeah, I do. I don't necessarily think that they're a bad thing because everyone's going to associate them with something bad. I've not really had any problems. I think actually the one that was probably messing with me was a little prankster. So yeah.
Usually the malevolent ones are more demonic things than ghosts, spirits type things. Okay. Is Pen Pal a love story disguised as horror or a horror story disguised as romance?
Horror story disguised as romance.
Amen.
Yeah.
Agreed. Okay. Does Pen Pal leave you believing in external love or questioning whether love can exist without reality?
It leaves you questioning everything. Yeah.
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 I'm with you on that. It does.
I would like to think that they live happily ever after in their ghost life together, but
yeah, probably not.
Is that what happens? Like, I don't know.
Did you ever see the movie Defending Your Life with Meryl Streep?
No.
Oh my God. I think it's from the 80s.
Okay.
So good. So basically, I'm sorry, side topic, but kind of
squirrel.
It's kind of like the same thing. So these people, when they die, they go into like purgatory, right? And while you're there, it's kind of like LA, right? Where they have towns and stuff and everyone's wearing these white robes and you can go and eat whatever you want, gain a pound and the food's amazing. And then you can go to these little places and see who you were in your past life, but you have to go and defend your life during you have scheduled times. And you basically go and you sit and they show you clips of different things that happened throughout your life. And you have to defend these events as to why you did what you did.
Okay.
And basically at the end of it, it determines, are you going to go back to Earth, be reincarnated, or are you going to move on to heaven?
And like back to Earth of punishment?
Well, you didn't learn your lessons.
Yeah. Oh, got it. Okay.
So you're going to have to go back and try again.
Okay.
So that's why you're defending your life. It's a really cute movie.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'll have to watch it.
I love it. Okay. I love it. So anyway, it kind of reminds me of like this situation. Like, okay, so now they're there. So now what?
Yeah.
Do they get to stay together?
Yeah.
Are they going to be reincarnated? Are they moving on? Like, what's up? What's up? What's the next step?
Are they going to keep having fun ghost sex or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would be ideal.
Yeah.
But probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Ready for our closer?
Okay.
We are going to do the seance.
Dun, dun,
dun, dun, dun. The concept. If the same events were happening to you, you suspect your house is haunted, you believe someone is watching, you get one seance. You may ask only 5 yes or no questions to the spirit haunting your home.
Okay.
No follow-ups, no clarifications, no can you elaborate? Just 5 answers, yes or no. So we're each gonna prepare 5 yes or no questions. 1 knock for yes, 2 knocks for no responses. Ask them one at a time. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
What are your 5 questions you're asking this ghost or spirit?
The first one is, do I know you? Because I need to know this.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, just important, is, did I like you? Because I need to know this too. Like, this is going to set the tone.
The answer to that was going to be no. You hate everyone.
No, I like most people, but you just never know. Third question, are you male? I would like to know the identity, or,
so you should know if you're getting undressed or not from male or female.
And then the fourth question is, can you actually touch me?
Mm-hmm.
And then the fifth question is, will you? If they say yes. Because I would love to have ghost sex. I'm here for this. Ghost sex. Let's do this. Those are my questions.
My fucking God right now. I love you for this. All right, here are my questions. Okay. Are there more than one of you here?
Okay.
I need to know if I'm dealing with multiple spirits here. Yeah. Are you malevolent? I need to know, are you evil or not? Did I know you when you were alive? I don't care if I liked you or not. I don't even know if I knew you.
Yeah.
And do you need me to complete a task for you?
Oh, so you're going to be like the ghost whisperer, and you're going to be like the helper.
I'm already sensitive, and they already kind of like make themselves known to me. It's annoying. And if I leave this place, will you follow me? Because if the answer is yes, I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with that. If the answer is no, I'm out.
You're like, leave me alone, and I'm like, let's have sex.
Yeah, we're on opposite ends of that spectrum there. Obviously.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the close of Pen Pal by JT Geissinger. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.